welcome to this edition of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey. Appreciate you guys joining us today as always. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I've had several requests for people wanting a tour of our workshop. It's not much to look at, but it's a little dirty right now, but I decided we would maybe do that on this episode and kind of give you a peek. People are interested in some of the tools that we have that we use when we do our metal work, and really it's not anything spectacular, but very proud of it. This is kind of my dream shop that we built when we moved out on this property about 10 years ago. We've already added on to it twice, but probably no more additions in the future. But we will try to show you around today a little bit and maybe kind of give you a better idea of what you see in the background as we do our projects. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching and join us today. If you hadn't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so and tell your friends about the channel. And let's see if we can jump into this and show you around a little bit. Okay, I guess to start the tour, the shop is basically 74 by 80, and we built it about 10 years ago or so. Whenever we first bought this property, we have 6 acres out here in the country. We're just south of Shreveport, Louisiana. You see my I like these old cars. But there's our go-kart track, as you can see. We had about 3.5 inches of rain last time. We've got a pond out there right now, but it won't be very long. We'll be wishing we had some rain out here. You get so daggum hot, and we'll go for sometimes long extended periods without rain. But this is what it looks like outside, and we've added on to it twice. We added on this end out here, and we added on the backside once, and then we came and filled in this concrete. This was dirt originally, but concrete out here. So we'll step inside and let you get a look in there. Okay, we're inside, and still got a little water I've been pulling in and out of here with my truck. But basically, like I said, this is 74 by 80 is the length of the shop, the size of the shop. And we had to add that stacker lift just to get some more room here in this main bay area. We utilized the rollers a lot to be able to move the cars in and out. But this is where all the main work goes on in here. Now Ryan's currently putting a body on this modified, and I'll show you here in a second where we do all the metal work. We've got a bunch of tires in here. We pick up these tires off the East Coast. We used to run asphalt short track late models, and we actually have a couple of dirt classes over here that run these tires. So this is my current stock. We take them, we go through and we mark them all and grade them out and do based on condition. But that's why there's so many tires in here. I've got some storage area up here. Now I was talking about this is an addition. This is a new area from that joint over to here. This was the outside of the shop, and we just added out here because I need room for the tire storage. So we put them down here and up there. And then I have some of my NASCAR tires up there as well. But we want to convert this to the metalworking area. Just typical stuff, you know, your bandsaw grinder, drill press. It's kind of a working table. This table here gets abused, but it stays nasty with all the grinding stuff on it. I like this table. This is a 4 by 10 table. The end of it collapses. You can make it a 4 by 8. But it's really nice when you use aluminum. We usually buy the 4 by 10 sheets so you can do all your work and lay out, mark it, and cut it. You can see my grandson, he's been writing on this aluminum here. But we use this bead roller. This actually belongs to my nephew Trent. We keep it over here. We all share it in order to start to build these bodies. Of course, you have to have a brake. This is a 10-foot brake. I had a pan brake. I got rid of it. I missed my pan brake so bad, but this is something you got to have due to the length of the modified side panels on the doors. 3-foot shear. We use this all the time. If you ever looking for a shear or considering getting one, you can find one. I think I only paid like $300 or $400 for this thing. Man, that thing is so nice for making square, quick cuts. I love this little mini brake. That is nice. I think that thing, I actually got this from my neighbor. I think you can get that from Harbor Freight. That is really handy. So for shear and that for small stuff, it's handy. It's all metal storage. We are all time needing and fabricating stuff, and I go through there once in a while, clean stuff out, and all different, everything from exhaust tubing to aluminum. Got a lot of aluminum tubing. And of course, we keep our aluminum over here, our sheets of aluminum over here, and do have one roll of steel here. But that's it. We've got our tire machine here, our compressor. So that is the metal working area there. Then here's the parts room. I'll flip on the light here. This is pretty typical. I have another tire rack in here, but just break everything down by lug nuts, steering components, shocks, fuel filters, power steering. This is all transmission stuff, weight jack stuff. This is all Winston cut stuff off of this cars with the splitters, like our 88 car. Lead, springs. Keep our motors rolling here. Right now, we don't have any spare motors. Got a couple of Winston Cup rear ends down there. Spindles, and again, more motor mounts. Hub drive plates, yokes. Got some water necks there. Inline fans. If you need any inline brake fans, holler at me. I got plenty of them. But again, back here, just more storage, shocks and fuel pumps. And this is all of our extra MSD distributor stuff. And that's a box full of just different pulley combinations and alternators, racing alternators. We do have a spring dyno. This is junky. Looks bad over here, but Johnny, I don't get in their mess. That's their deal. They run a shock dyno. He built that from scratch. Have a laptop area hookup. They can graft the shocks, but it works pretty good. So kind of suspension room in here. And of course you got your bolt bin, your lubricants, and all the screws and stuff. Cutting torch, motor lift, welder. I like these Miller 200 Miller Matic. That is a fine welder. Best welder is. Of course, in here we got our big toolbox. In this area up here, we do have, that's a 40-foot by 10-foot storage area up there. Actually, I think it's actually about, I think it is 10 foot wide. I think it's maybe 10 foot. But anyway, you go up the stairs and access that. We got a lot of storage up there. And that's pretty much it in here. Again, we utilize the dollies to move these chassis around, stack these cars up here. That makes it nice to be able to gain a little bit more room. Those are our scale pads. We'll get ready to race the car. We put the scales on top of those and get them, you can adjust them just right, get the car level. Bumper jack and A-frame. We're actually going to start working on the body this coming weekend. Get ready. We may actually try to test fit it on the frame. We got to paint the inside of it first before we put it on. But I cannot get the A-frame out here. I cannot wait to get that going. Step back here in the back. Of course, this is our main bench area. And got to have a refrigerator. Keep our cold water in. This is just miscellaneous stuff. Just some gaskets. You kind of go through water pump, fuel pump gasket stuff you need all the time. Rear end gaskets. Just your tapes and your 3M glues, windshield adhesive, and gasket maker stuff over here on this side. Try to keep all of our AM. We got a bunch of AM fitting stuff we go through all the time, especially when you're building these cars. Our heater and a fan, depending on what time of year it is. We do have air conditioners, but sometimes we can get away with just running the fan. The air conditioners work pretty good. We have two on the other side and two in here, and it makes it a lot nicer than 100 degrees in summertime. But I wish I had one more. This is go-kart room. Of course, you saw the go-kart track outside. There's a restroom. I'm glad I put a urinal in here. That was the thing in addition to the regular commode, but just the bathroom area and more Buick parts. But this is go-kart room here. Johnny's been working real hard in here. He's made us a station here. That's when you're retired, you can do all this stuff. but he's made us a tire change station. We have a compressor over here behind, over there, down there, and where we can change the tires out. We have to. I got a light out up here, but got stackable go-kart deals back here as well. A frame, or carrier, whatever you want to call them. It's anything to do with gain more room. Tires and go-kart junk just galore. But all the go-karts. And let's see, that's more storage up there. This is all that's left of the Buick stuff right here. But I think that's about it. We'll go outside and show you get the door open. This is 20-foot wide area right here. And I always wanted to be able to have this truck in a dry area. But you can see how it fits in here. My trailer sticks out just a little bit, but I'm not worried about the trailer. I'd rather keep the truck dry, keep it out of the weather. There's a project we got to get started on at some point. That's the early 80s All-Pro Camaro we got to do. Trying to sell this modified right now, super modified if you want one. Here's all our chassis dollies. And that's what we take inside if we need to. Well, I tell you, we had 3 inches of rain last night. It's unbelievable how much water blew in here. But and other dollies, but we keep these out here, try to keep them out of the way. But that's about it. This is where we power wash the cars. We wash them out here on this concrete slab out here. But that's my shop. It's my dream shop. People come here all the time and say, well, I wish I could afford that. I say, look, I started out in the front of my house on a concrete driveway with a tarp. I covered my race car up with a tarp. So this has just been a long time to get to this point. But we're very blessed and love it. Well, I hope you enjoyed just a little taste of what it's like out here in the shop. It's filthy. I can't believe how dirty it is till you look at it. I don't ever pay attention until I go around and try to look at it close like this videoing. But we'll get it cleaned up. We'll get these cars a little closer to get them finished up, and we'll have a mass clean, especially in that parts room. Good Lord, that's horrible, like an atomic bomb went off in there. But I appreciate you guys joining us as always, and remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Enjoy some of this spring weather that's finally happening around the country. But we'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. You take care.